The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is a gorgeous Tuesday, and we have so much to unpack today. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's dive right into the absolute chaos that just went down on the show. Oh my God, I'm screaming. I am literally screaming at the top of my lungs right now. I was literally just sitting here eating my pasta, right? Just minding my own business, watching the episode, and I actually choked. I choked on a noodle. My jaw dropped so hard it practically hit the floor. Okay, but listen, you are not going to believe what just happened. It is actually insane, unhinged. The most wild thing I have ever witnessed on television in my entire life of watching this show. I can't even deal right now. I am shaking. I had to pause the TV and just stare at the wall for like 10 minutes to process the data that my eyes just absorbed. So, let's back up because I need to set the scene. Remember how Nikki has been having those awful, terrible headaches? Like we all knew something was deeply, deeply wrong with her. Victoria was literally begging her to see a doctor for weeks. Victoria is always so intense, but she was actually right for once. But Nikki, being Nikki, was just like, oh, it's just my MS. I'm fine. Leave me alone. She is so stubborn. I swear to God, she needs to get it together. But no, it's not just MS. Her condition is actually deteriorating so fast. Like, she collapsed. She is so sick, you guys, like deathbed sick. The doctors come in and they're like, her bone marrow is failing. She needs a bone marrow transplant immediately, or she is not going to make it out of this hospital. At this point, I'm yelling at my screen. I'm like, get the kids tested. Get Nick. Get Victoria. Call everybody. And they do. They rush Nick and Victoria in to get their blood drawn because obviously they are her biological children, right? They should be a match. But guess what? They are not a match. Neither of them, which is insane, by the way. How are both of your biological kids not a match for a bone marrow transplant? I was actually pacing around my living room. Nick is practically useless right now anyway, with all his drug drama, and don't even get me started on that. The whole fentanyl and cocaine thing in Vegas, literally a mess. He crashed his car and almost died, but he can't even save his own mother. And Victoria is just crying her eyes out in the waiting room. Nikki is so exhausted. She looks so frail in that hospital bed, and it's honestly breaking my heart into a million pieces. Wait, did I already say that Nick wasn't a match? Whatever. Anyway, so the kids are a total bust. The situation is completely dire. Now, jump to Victor. Remember how Victor literally moved Matt Clark into the Newman Ranch? Because Matt is supposedly faking amnesia, which, by the way, is the most unhinged Victor move ever. Keeping your mortal enemy in your own house? Make it make sense. He even ordered Adam to babysit Matt. So Victor and Matt are actually at the ranch together when Victor gets the emergency call about Nikki's failing health. Victor's mustache is probably twitching so hard he's panicking, and he drops everything to rush to the hospital. But for some bizarre, inexplicable reason, Matt Clark goes with him. I'm like, why is Matt there? Why would he do that? He literally tortured this family. He locked Nick in a storage room to die. He went after Noah and Sharon, but he's playing this whole, I have amnesia, I'm a good guy now, I don't know who I am act. So they get to the hospital, and the vibe is so tense. You could literally cut the tension in that waiting room with a knife. Victor is pacing, Nick is tweaking out, Victoria is sobbing, and Matt is just standing there looking around like a lost puppy. So the doctor comes out looking all grim and depressed, like we have no matches, she's out of time, we are putting her on the National Registry, but it might be too late. And then I'm dead. I can't breathe. Matt Clark literally steps up and says he wants to get tested. Matt Clark, the villain, the absolute monster. He wants to test his blood to see if his bone marrow is a match for Nikki Newman. I had to pause and text my friend immediately because I was like, are you seeing this absolute nonsense? Victor's looking at him like he's absolute trash on the bottom of his shoe. Victor literally hates him, but they are so desperate. Even though there is literally zero chance, or so we thought, Matt wants to try to help. So Matt goes in and gets his blood drawn. I'm sitting there on my couch thinking, okay, this is just a stupid plot device to show Matt is trying to be a good person. Like, oh, look at Matt. He has no memory, so he's just a nice guy offering his bodily fluids to strangers. I was literally rolling my eyes so hard I saw my brain. I spent like 5 minutes looking at my phone, checking Twitter, looking up WebMD articles about bone marrow transplants, because I thought I knew exactly how this scene was going to play out. The doctor's going to come back and say, sorry, no match, and Victor's going to yell at him for wasting their time. Right? Wrong. I was so wrong. Oh, wait, before that happened, actually, I forgot to mention earlier, but Adam was there too, glaring at Matt the whole time, ready to rip his head off. Anyway, the doctor comes back with the test results on his little clipboard. He has this look on his face, right? Like he has seen an actual ghost. Like he just read the most impossible, scientifically baffling thing in the world. He looks at Victor, he looks at Nick, he looks at Matt, and he's like, the results are in. My heart was literally pounding out of my chest. I'm clutching my throw pillow. The doctor takes a deep, dramatic soap opera breath and says, Matt, your bone marrow is a perfect match. I screamed. I literally screamed at my television. A perfect match? How is that even scientifically possible? He's not related to her. Or so I thought. I'm thinking, okay. Wow. Soap opera magic strikes again. What a crazy coincidence. Matt Clark is going to save Nikki Newman's life. I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly. Victor is going to owe Matt a massive life debt. Nick is going to lose his mind when he finds out the guy who tried to kill him with fentanyl is saving his mom's life. I was already writing the rest of the season in my head. I was like, wow, the writers really did something here. But wait. Oh my God, wait. I forgot the most important part. The doctor didn't just stop there. He didn't just say they were a match and walk away. No. He looked at the paperwork again. His hands are literally shaking, and he looks right at Matt, and he dropped the absolute biggest bomb in the history of daytime television. I am not exaggerating. I am dead serious. The doctor literally says, and I quote, "You're not just a match. According to these genetic markers, Matt, you are Nikki's biological son." I fell off my couch. I literally fell onto the floor. What is going on? How? When? Why? Nikki Newman is Matt Clark's mother? The audacity of the writers, the absolute unhinged genius of it all. I am shaking just typing this right now. How is this even remotely possible? Did Nikki have a secret baby in a cult back in the ADS. Did someone steal her egg? Was Matt switched at birth with someone? Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. But honestly, seriously, how? Matt Clark, the guy who has been terrorizing Nick, his own brother. Nick and Matt are biological brothers? I'm sick. I am actually sick to my stomach. This is so dramatic. Think about everything Matt has done. Just think about it. He gave Nick drugs. He locked him in a room to die. He went after Noah, his own biological nephew. My brain is short-circuiting. I cannot process this data. Victor's face, you guys. Victor looked like he was going to have a massive heart attack right then and there. The man who has been sleeping in the guest room at the ranch, the man Victor hired Adam to babysit, is his wife's secret biological son. And Matt is just standing there. Does he actually have amnesia? If he has amnesia, he's just finding out he's a Newman. If he's faking it, did he know this whole time? Is this why he targeted them? And don't even get me started on Noah. Noah just opened that new club, the Shadow Room, which is literally a replica of the Vegas club. Noah has been dealing with Sienna lurking around, and now he's going to find out that the guy who held a gun to him and his mom Sharon in that abandoned gas station is his UNCLE? Uncle Matt? I can't even say it without gagging. It's so gross. It's so wild. If Matt gets his memories back, or if he's faking and already has them, he is going to use this biological connection to completely destroy the Newman family from the inside out. He has the ultimate leverage now. He literally holds Nikki's life in his veins. I'm literally pacing my room right now. What if Matt always knew? What if he found out years ago that Nikki abandoned him or gave him up for adoption, and this entire revenge plot, all the torture, all the kidnapping, was just a twisted, psychotic family reunion? I am spiraling. I am literally spiraling out of control. Mark my words. This is going to change the entire show forever. Victoria is going to have an absolute meltdown. Nick is probably going to relapse again when he finds out his worst enemy came from his mother's womb. And Nikki, poor Nikki, is lying in a hospital bed, exhausted and dying, and when she wakes up, she's going to find out her bone marrow donor is the psycho who tortured her family, and he is her flesh and blood. And what about Adam? Adam has been babysitting this guy at the ranch. Victor literally ordered Adam to watch Matt's every move to see if the amnesia was fake. Adam was the one who unchained Sharon and Noah in Vegas when Matt went full psycho. Now Adam has to look at Matt and realize this psycho is his stepbrother. Well, half-brother to his half-brother. Family trees in Genoa City are basically just a giant tangled bush of chaos at this point. Adam is going to lose his mind. He already hates Nick, but now he has to deal with Matt being a legitimate part of the family. I honestly cannot wait to see Adam's face when he hears this news. It is going to be priceless. Okay, where was I? Right. So the doctor drops this bomb, and the episode just ends. It just cuts to black. The disrespect, the absolute audacity. How am I supposed to sleep tonight? I am going to be up until 3 a.m. reading forums and looking up Nikki's timeline from like 1,985 to see when she could have possibly been pregnant. She needs to get it together, I swear. But also, she's dying, so I feel bad for yelling at her. But still, a secret son, and it's Matt Clark? I'm done. I am so done. I was like, are you serious right now? but I'm also never missing an episode again. This is iconic. Um, Truly, literally iconic. I need a glass of water and a nap to recover from this